What a game that was with Golden State versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Man, it was like the playoffs. We were treated to a playoff like basketball atmosphere, playoff like play. Um, you got kind of a window into what we could possibly see if these two meet each other in the playoffs in a a 7 game series. A lot of stuff that I took away from that game. Number one, the Warriors are dangerous. The Warriors are here, man, and they're going to be scary once they are properly seated. Right now, I believe they might be flirting with fifth or sixth right now in seeding because right now everything is jumbled around. You got the Lakers battling still for seeding. You got, pretty much 3 from 6 is just all over the place as far as Denver seeding. Minnesota's creeping in. It's a lot going on right now. So that's why the NBA is so good right now when it gets close to the playoff push and the playoff run as far as the seeding is concerned. Now, as far as Golden State is concerned, you're starting to see a lot of their young players shine now because they get more playing time. When you get Klay Thompson out, you get people like Brandon Podziemski, who gives you 30 plus points on a night like this. You get Moody hitting big shots in the corner, big threes in the corner. You get all of these moving parts. Kaminga coming to life. The Warriors are going to be interesting in the playoffs. I'm not saying that they might make it out of the Western Conference and all of that, but am I going to be surprised if they're in the Western Conference Finals against OKC? No, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Minnesota there, but that's a whole nother story. I could get into another video on that. But as far as Golden State is concerned, what a great gutty performance. I mean, they've only lost, 5 games, I think? I think they lost 5 games or less with Jimmy Butler since they've made that trade. As far as Jimmy's concerned, I would love for Jimmy to be a little more aggressive. I think he's just been kind of way too passive. If Podziemski didn't go off last night, they lose that game because Jimmy wasn't as aggressive. He's weird, man. Like, I'm a huge Jimmy Butler fan, but he'll have these games sometimes where he's like literally allergic to the basketball where he doesn't want to touch it. It's like a hot potato. Like, get it out of my hands. Get it out of my hands. Please, somebody take it. And it's like, Jimmy, you're Jimmy Butler. Do you remember? Like, sometimes he doesn't remember who he is, or he's just so humble as a player that he just wants others to eat, regardless of whatever he gets. Because for him, he's like, I'm going to, affect the game no matter what, which he has. He's improved this team dramatically on the defensive end. I mean, they're like a top 5 defense now because of Jimmy Butler. This is what makes Jimmy Butler so great. Jimmy Butler's great because he can affect the game in so many ways. It's not just scoring. He's a two-way player. Two-way players affect the game, man, in multitude of ways. They don't need to score the ball, Luka. So that's why Jimmy's so important. That's why Jimmy has been huge pickup for the Warriors, not just because of the chemistry and what he can do in helping them as far as being a critical piece. He helps Steph Curry. He helps Steph Curry tremendously. He frees up space for Steph because now you got another legit guy to look at, And not for nothing, while we're on Golden State and homeboy don't get enough flowers because I know he's kind of the villain of the NBA, Draymond Green been balling out this year. I'm going to say it. Ain't a lot of people going to say it because he's a villain, but I'm going to say it because you know why? I love villains, especially villains that produce despite all the hate. He's produced. He might actually win Defensive Player of the Year. Another one. Then what is the haters going to say now? He's closing in on 10 seasons of all defensive teams selections. It's only a select group of folks who's on that list. Tim Duncan, among some others, I can't remember off the top of my head, but he is legit. He's going to be going down in history as an all-time defensive guy. Despite all the hate, he's still delivering. And he's having a great season. Dude is in shape when he can play, and he's delivering on defensive. It had a huge strip on Luka in the fourth quarter that sealed the game. Like, the dude is legit. Like, what can you say about him, man? It's hard to hate on the dude when the dude keeps delivering and he keeps helping his team. That's the whole point of teams, professional team sports. Help your team win. As far as the Lakers is concerned, Lakers are dangerous. You know, I took away a couple things from them too as well. Austin Reeves, man, that boy can ball. That boy is cold. He left his body in the fourth quarter. It got to about like the final 6 minutes. You know, it was just a back and forth. And then he just got in to a point in a zone where every time he came down the court, he was bombing it and it was going in. He was blowing by dudes. Austin Reeves, when he's going good, he's a top player in the league, man, when it's going good. But last night, hell, it was going good, man. Luka, he gave you his typical points. LeBron doing LeBron things, of course, gave you his typical points. He had a scary moment, I think it was in the first quarter, where, you know, he was running in to get a rebound and he basically ran directly into Kuminga, and I think he bruised his hip or something, and he stayed down on the floor for a little while before he popped back up like he normally does. I mean, the guy's Iron Man after all. So, you know, LeBron is 40 years old. I mean, I'm 40. And I tell you what, bruises don't heal as easy as they used to. And I don't care how in shape, whatever genetics LeBron has, them bruises don't heal as fast as they used to. So it had me thinking about their chances in going forward as far as making a deep push into the Western Conference. And potentially into the NBA Finals. And I just don't see it. That game last night was just another indicator, just like when the Bulls beat them twice. Like, you can run the Lakers off the floor. You can run them off the floor. They can't defend on the perimeter. And they're small in the middle. Pause. They're just small. If you have a team that could come in there and size them up, you can also take advantage of them that way. Like the Celtics. Like the Celtics is a big team. OKC, another big team, athletic on the perimeter. They struggle with those teams. Young, athletic, youthful. Those teams they struggle with. And, you know, Golden State has a lot of those type of players. A lot of their players are young. Podziemski, Moody, Kuminga. These guys are like mid-20s. These guys are fresh and ready to go. So yeah, I don't really see I don't see a real push from the Lakers. I don't see it. I just don't. Because it really ultimately comes down to LeBron. Luka could play out of his mind. We've seen him do that actually for the past 2 seasons. One season he went to the Western Conference Finals, and then the last season he went to the NBA Finals. So we've seen what Luka could do in the playoffs. We know that. But it all ultimately hinges on the health of LeBron James. If LeBron James ain't right, they ain't going nowhere. Hell, they won't make it out the first round if LeBron James isn't healthy. Because the first round this season, in the Western Conference, is going to be brutal. Whoever they end up playing, it might be Denver. It might be, who knows? It could be OKC. I mean, not OKC. It could be Golden State Warriors. It could be someone that's going to be some trouble for them. So they have their issues. And LeBron is so heavily dependent on, to this day, at age 40. It's not logistically feasible for this team to win a championship that way. Do you think there's 4 games you have to win in every series? So let's just say they win those 4 games. There's 4 series if you count the finals. That's 16 games, 16 wins that LeBron has to go through. Is he going to be healthy, spry like a chicken, running up and down the court, playing the best teams left in the NBA on the Western Conference, and then the best team in the East, which is probably going to be the Celtics again this year? Is he going to have the energy to play 16 games, 16 plus games on both ends? My bet, no. He's 40. It doesn't matter what I think about him personally. I respect him as a player. He's great. You have to respect what he's done so far because we haven't seen this level of play at this age. But let's be clear, he's still this age. And that age is 40. I had to say it again so you can hear. He's still 40 years old. And he's still susceptible, he's still going to be prone to these knick-knack injuries and having to play through it. It's not the same as when he was 30 and 25. So no, for all those, Laker hopeful out there thinking that they are going to make some magical push and win a championship, no, it's not happening. So it was an awesome game, man. I mean, Steph Curry is playing. I mean, he's banged up too, man. He's got the whole hip flexor or whatever. He has this huge pad he's playing on, to protect himself when he takes falls. And he took a lot of falls last night. So he's playing with his own injuries as well. And he's up there in age as well, too. So everybody's just jockeying for position right now. And this is like one of the best times of the NBA season. I wish the season was shorter because you would get a lot more activity. You would get a lot more games like this. The games would mean more like they mean now. Great game. We'll see what the Lakers and Golden State ultimately do, how they finish out their runs collectively and see where the seeding lies in the end.